The Great American Bash Tour rolls into Nashville, Tennessee. Josh with you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW World Television Championship.
Wrestling fans, the Four Horsemen have placed bounties on the heads of Magnum TA, Dusty Rhodes, Sting, and Lex Luger. $5,000 per head offered by James J. Dillon, the manager of the Four Horsemen, if they are taken out prior to the Great American Bash in 2 weeks. As you know, Magnum TA will be challenging Nature Boy Ric Flair inside the steel cage for the World Heavyweight Championship. Also, Dusty Rhodes taking on Tully Blanchard. Lex Luger taking on Barry Windham, and Sting has been a thorn in the side of the man we're about to see coming out shortly, the World Television Champion, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. But tonight, as we kick off the program before this sold-out crowd, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, getting an opportunity to capture the World Television title as he takes on the champion, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Thank you for tuning in this evening. One big hour coming your way of wrestling action. Our main event tonight, Magnum TA will team with Sting. They are taking on the World Television Champion, Arn Anderson. That's right. Anderson doing double duty tonight. He will team with the World Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. There you see the champion, along with his manager, James J. Dillon. Fans also, Dusty Rhodes and Lex Luger will take on Tully Blanchard and Barry Windham in tag team action. We'll also see Robert Gibson taking on beautiful Bobby Eaton. Chief Wahoo McDaniel's here in solo action. The Powers of Pain are here. Hawk is taking on Wild Bill Irwin in our rematch. A great night of action coming your way. So glad you're with us. As the Enforcer prepares to put the TV title on the line, he has been the champion for 42 days. And he has been a fighting champion. Will the reign come to an end here this evening? Anderson looking out among the crowd, perhaps looking for Sting. Sting, of course, is in the building. I saw him earlier. The Great American Bash just 2 weeks away. Let's go down to our ring announcer.
Introducing the challenger from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Manny Fernandez. Introducing the champion from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the WCW World Television Champion, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
All four members of the Horsemen in the building here this evening, and they'll all be in action. Anderson, of course, as I mentioned, doing double duty tonight. He'll be part of that big main event, teaming with Ric Flair to take on Magnum TA and Sting. Our referee for tonight's matches, Bill Scott. Referee holds the title high. It's on the line here this evening. "15-minute time limit in this one." Referee calls for the bell. Big clothesline by the champion. Takes down the Raging Bull. And a solid kick. Solid kick right to the neck. Manny, though, with an elbow to the midsection. Manny picks him up. Drops him stomach first over the knee. This is part of the Great American Bash Tour. Last week we were in Washington, D.C. Tonight in Nashville, Tennessee. Next week we'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio. And of course in Baltimore, Maryland in 2 weeks for the Great American Bash. The big event coming your way to close out July. Camel clutch here by the Raging Bull. Anderson trying to break free. He trips up Fernandez to escape. And Double A going out to the floor, needs a timeout already, trying to get his thoughts collected. He is warning Manny Fernandez not to come out. He took a swing at Manny and now grabs the Raging Bull. Slams him face first into that hard apron. Picks him up. Throws him back in the ring. Good strategy here by Double A. He caught Manny Fernandez by surprise. Catches him again. What's he going to do with him? Throws him up and over the top rope. That will not call for a disqualification. That is perfectly legal under World Championship Wrestling rules. Anderson now has Manny outside the ring. Referee Bill Scott issuing the 10 count. They've got to get back in the ring before the count of 10. Anderson thrown back in, and Fernandez follows. Knee to the lower back. Front face lock by the Raging Bull. The challenger takes down the champion. Lateral press here, but Anderson was in the ropes. Fernandez forced to break. Anderson kicked out anyway. Drives the knee to the back of the head. Fernandez now whips him into the corner. Charges in. Good clothesline. He took down the enforcer. Lateral press. This time Anderson's feet far from the ropes. A count of 1 only. Anderson got the shoulder up. And Fernandez now wrapping up Double A. Looking for a submission victory to capture the World Television title. Anderson, though, rolls free. Clothesline by the challenger. He floored the champion. And now drags him toward the middle of the ring. Drops that glove fist right between the eyes. Head scissors. Driving the elbow to the top of the head. Manny now picks up Anderson. Into the corner goes the champion. Good elbow there by Double A. Anderson now whips him into the ropes. Good drop toe hold. He took down the challenger. Fernandez now in trouble. Anderson takes him to the ropes. Manny collapses. Arn has him up. Slingshot suplex. Perfectly executed. That would make Tully Blanchard proud. Anderson not done with him. Kicks the leg. Flips him over. Picks up the leg and drives the knee. Shatters it against the mat. Fernandez fighting back. Right hand. Front face lock by the Raging Bull. Nice maneuver there by Manny Fernandez. Wasting no time to the middle rope. Big splash. Came crashing down on the champion. And now Manny turns him over. Single leg Boston Crab. But Anderson, wise move there. Grabs that bottom rope to break the hold. Manny flips Arn over. Lateral press. 1. A 1 count only. Anderson able to kick out. Fernandez picks him up. Front face lock again into the armbar. Wrenching back. Trying to force the champion to submit. Anderson pushes him off. Running clothesline. He connected with authority. Anderson now. Side headlock. Has Fernandez grounded. Good application here by the champion. Fernandez in trouble. But Manny, side headlock. To a vertical base. Went with the right hand. Anderson moved out of the way. Throws him into the ropes. Another drop toe hold. Good execution. Anderson now has Manny. Whips him into the corner. 10 minutes remain in the time limit. 10 minutes. Good chop there by the champion. Picks him up. Snake eyes. He dropped him face first over that top turnbuckle. And now a good choke slam by the enforcer. Anderson, one of the toughest members of the Four Horsemen. One of the toughest here in World Championship Wrestling. Cover here by the champ. Easy kick out by Fernandez. Anderson didn't even hold him down for a 1 count. Anderson measures him. Quick punch. Right to the nose. Anderson will do it again. Trying to bloody the nose of Manny Fernandez. Picks up the challenger. Was going for the spine buster. Good counter there by Fernandez. And Manny back on offense. Good suplex. Fernandez now. Wrapping up Double A. Grabs the ankle. Stretches back on that leg. Just bending it backwards. Anderson in trouble. Able to fight free here. Another good running clothesline by the champion. Anderson fired up. He's got some fans here in Nashville, Tennessee. Anderson going to try to suplex him back into the ring. And he will. Good impact. Anderson undoing that top turnbuckle. Throws it to the floor. Exposing that steel. Picks up Fernandez. He's going to throw him into it. Back first. Anderson was going to clothesline him down, but Fernandez just collapsed. And there's a clothesline for good measure. Anderson relying heavily on that clothesline here this evening, but Fernandez striking back. Couple of big right hands, and Fernandez drives the knee into the back, and now a leaping leg drop right across the gullet. Fernandez now whips him in. Anderson, good smart move there. I think Fernandez might have been going for that flying forearm shot. Anderson, very wise, stopped his momentum by leaping up and over that top rope, and now James J. Dillon getting involved. Fernandez and James J. Dillon exchanging some words there on the outside. Manny has him front face lock. Big forearm shot. They need to get back in the ring. You can't win the title on the floor. Knee to the lower back. Another. And another great knee there by Manny Fernandez. Fans standing here in Nashville. They are behind the Raging Bull. They want to see him capture the title here this evening. Picks him up. Front face lock. Good fireman carry takeover. We are seeing some great wrestling between these two men here this evening. Good kick there by the Enforcer. He caught him by surprise. Clubbing blow there by Double A. Throws him into the corner. Referee Bill Scott, look out. Right hand there. Flurry of rights there by the Enforcer. Pulls him out of the corner. Cover here by Arn Anderson. 1, 2. It's over. Near fall. Fernandez just kicked out. If you're just tuning in, this is for the World Television Championship. The champion has the challenger down. Anderson now. Some lefts. Busted him open. Look at the blood coming down. Can't see it from your angle. Anderson going for the figure 4. He's going to lock it in here. His face is a crimson mask. Figure 4 locked in by Arn Anderson. Manny might have to submit right here. Anderson has it locked in. Middle of the ring. Referee Bill Scott checking in. Fernandez in agony. Trying not to submit here. Anderson has it locked in well. Fernandez cannot turn it over. And he is a long way from the ropes, from grabbing that bottom rope to break the hold. But Manny hanging in there. Anderson has it locked in. Fans standing here in Nashville. Arn still. He is going to try to force Manny to give up right here. James J. Dillon loving what he's seeing right now. Applauding the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. And Manny cannot turn it over. Referee might have to stop this one as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the time limit. Manny trying to fight free and will. He is hobbling though. He was in that figure 4 for about a minute. He comes up fighting, knocks down the champion. Manny trying to wipe the blood out of his eyes. Anderson backed into the corner now. And Manny driving the knee to the throat. There is no quit in the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. And he's locking on the camel clutch. But again, I think James J. Dillon, it looked like he pulled Anderson's foot over to the ropes so he could break the hold. It looked like it to me, maybe not. And now Fernandez again, trying to force Anderson to give up. 4 minutes remaining in the time limit. Anderson pushes free. Snapmare by the champion. Measures him. Snaps the head down. The Enforcer's measured him. He might be going for the DDT here. Manny caught the leg. Good elbow there by the Raging Bull. Front face lock armbar. He's got him locked in. He's got it locked in. Anderson in trouble. Trying to stretch the leg out over that bottom rope to hook it with his foot. But he's able to push free. Another running clothesline by the Enforcer. And that has been a deadly weapon for him in this matchup. Manny now down. Anderson stomping the back of the head. Turns him over. Cover. 1. A 1 count only. The Raging Bull kicks out. What a match to kick off the program. And the enforcer cranking the neck. 3 minutes left in the time limit. Snaps the head down. Anderson undoing that top turnbuckle. We saw referee Bill Scott reapply the turnbuckle on the other side, opposite. Anderson now has him. Neck breaker. And the blood just pouring down from the forehead. Manny fighting back. A knee to the midsection. And the Raging Bull throws him up and over again. Was he going for that flying forearm shot? But that forearm knocked Anderson off the apron. James J. Dillon helping him up. But Manny Fernandez getting involved. He just gave James J. Dillon a backbreaker on the floor. And now a neck breaker on Double A. Picks up JJ. Throws JJ out of the way. Needs to get Anderson back in the ring. Throws him into the steel barricade. And again, back first goes Double A. 2 minutes left in the time limit. Getting back in the ring, Manny. Throws him back in. And now Manny Fernandez applying the camel clutch. Anderson may have to submit. You saw him go back first into that steel barricade. How much more can he take to the back now? Anderson trying to break free. 1.5 minutes remaining in the time limit. Good jab there by the enforcer. Couple of lefts. And now Anderson takes him to the corner, face first. What a chop, but Manny strikes back. Manny fighting back. Anderson reeling. Waist lock, suplex. Great move there by the Raging Bull. And again, the camel clutch, again concentrating on the back. But Anderson was in the ropes, and the referee called for the break. Picks him up, front face lock. Armbar, middle of the ring. Nowhere for Double A to go, 1 minute left, and the time limit. Look at the blood flowing down from Manny Fernandez's forehead. Backbreaker by the challenger. Now putting the boots to the champ. 45 seconds. Come on, Manny. Measures him. There's a fist, and Double A's busted open. Slams the wrist against the mat. He is just working over the champion. 30 seconds left. Is he going for the flying forearm shot now? There's the neck breaker. There's the neck breaker. Manny to the middle rope. Big splash on the champ. Come on, cover him. Cover him. Manny might be going for the forearm shot here. 10 seconds left. Into the ropes. He's going for it. Double A again. Great move there by Double A. He knew it was coming. He jumped up and over. And that's going to be a time limit draw. We'll be right back. Welcome back, wrestling fans. Manny Fernandez took Arn Anderson to the 15-minute time limit draw. Anderson's so smart, just leaping over that top rope to prevent Fernandez from rushing him with that forearm shot.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Precious Paul L. Reed.
That is Precious Paul Ellering, the manager of the Road Warriors.
Illinois, weighing in at 304 pounds, Paul.
Road Warrior Hawk taking on Wild Bill Irwin in this rematch. Wild Bill took the first meeting. It has been quite a feud between the Long Riders and the Road Warriors, and they will attempt to settle things in 2 weeks at the Great American Bash. Wild Bill making his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Texas, weighing in at 250 pounds, Bill Irwin.
The match has been signed for 2 weeks from tonight. The Tornado Tag Team match. All 4 men in the ring at the same time. No disqualification, no count out. The Long Riders taking on the Road Warriors. Just one of many great matches that will take place in 2 weeks in Baltimore, Maryland at the Great American Bash. As you know, there'll be a double steel cage main event. World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express, taking on the Rock and Roll Express. And of course, Nature Boy Ric Flair, the World Champion, taking on Magnum TA inside the steel cage. That and so much more going down. We'll have our complete rundown of the event next week. 1 week prior to the big event. Fans already signed for next week in Cincinnati. Another challenger for Arn Anderson is going to be the All-American Ron Simmons. He will take on the Enforcer Arn Anderson next week for the TV title. Don't miss that one. Meanwhile, we've got Wild Bill taking on Road Warrior Hawk. Big right hand there by Hawk. Hawk looking for revenge, but Wild Bill striking back. Good backbreaker there by Irwin. There you see Precious Paul Ellering wearing the suit. Looking on with concern now as his man is on the mat. Wild Bill looked so impressive a few weeks ago in defeating Road Warrior Hawk. Good kick out there by the Road Warrior. And I'd have to say, in singles action, Wild Bill has the edge. More experience in singles matches than Road Warrior Hawk has. Good armbar here by Wild Bill. There's been a lot of speculation about whether or not Wild Bill's boots are loaded. Does he have a foreign object in that cowboy boot? Big right hand there by Hawk. No official investigation has taken place. Or perhaps one should be coming. Short arm clothesline by Road Warrior Hawk. The strength and size advantage definitely favoring the Road Warrior. Wild Bill trying to grab Hawk by the ankle. Now up to the apron. Snaps him throat first over the top rope. That just dazed Hawk. Good roundhouse rights there. And a one-handed bulldog takes down Hawk. Cover here. 1, 2. Hawk just kicked out. Winds up now. Drives the elbow to the back of the head. We are with you till 7:05 this evening on the East Coast. Eastern time. Camel clutch here by Wild Bill. Looking for the submission. Hawk breaking free. Trips up Wild Bill Irwin. Now Hawk picks him up. Another great backbreaker. And Wild Bill in trouble. Swift kick. Has him up. Solid kick to the belly button. Cobra clutch. Picks him up and slams him down. And there you see that strength coming into play. As Hawk now has Wild Bill right where he wants him. Look out, fans. He stomped him in the midsection. Could have been worse. Cover here by Hawk. Leg hooked. A 1 count. Wild Bill able to kick out. A knee right to the back. Great maneuver there by Road Warrior Hawk. Now taunting Wild Bill. Kicks the back of the leg. Wild Bill from behind has him up. Atomic drop. And now Irwin with an armbar. Drives him down. Wild Bill now working over the leg. Hawk in trouble. Hawk grimacing, grabbing the knee. Wild Bill relentless. A knee right to the knee. Now to the side of the leg. He is trying to keep Hawk on the mat. Wild Bill now grabs the leg, turns him over. Single leg. Boston Crab really bending back on that knee. A lot of pressure being applied to a targeted area. Hawk gets to his feet, but Wild Bill greets him with an elbow. Good snapmare. Elbow to the top of the head. Might have knocked the man out. Cover. A 1 count only. Hawk kicks out. Picks him up. Into the ropes goes Hawk. Wild Bill. What a beautiful hip toss. Really elevated the man. And now the cowboy boot across the eyes. Headlock here by Wild Bill. Hawk in a position he's not used to being. He is on the mat. Wild Bills look so impressive in singles and tag team action. Good spinning back elbow right to the mouth. And now Wild Bill off the middle rope. Good maneuver there. And a cover. Might have him. 1, 2. Near fall. Hawk was almost pinned right there. Stomps the back of the head. Now trying to force Hawk to give up. Referee should be looking at the shoulders of Hawk. They are close to being on the mat. Hawk fighting free, right hands. Wild Bill just picking apart Road Warrior Hawk here this evening. But a beautiful side slam takes him down. Hawk trying to get back in this. Introduces the face of Wild Bill to the mat. Hawk, very methodical. Picks him up. Clubbing blow. That sent Wild Bill reeling into the corner. And now Hawk putting the boots to Wild Bill. And Wild Bill rolls out to the floor. He needs a timeout. What's he doing here? He's over by a broadcast table. He's got a steel chair. If he uses it, he'll be disqualified. Hawk kicks it out of his hands. Now face first into the apron, and Wild Bill collapses to the floor. Hawk, precarious position for Wild Bill. Again, stomps the midsection. Fireman carry takeover on the steel chair. Hawk gets up as though it's not even hurt. He is so tough. Good flying shoulder tackle by the Road Warrior. The fans behind him here in Nashville. Cover, leg hooked. 1, 2, and 3. No, he kicked out. Wild Bill just kicked out. Hawk measured him. What's he going to do to him? Could be going for the backbreaker. Backbreaker, no. Looks like the pile driver. He planted him. He rocked him with a pile driver. And Wild Bill's been lacerated. Cover, it's over. 2 and 3. No, Wild Bill got the shoulder up. Hawk can't believe it. What a matchup here. As part of the Great American Bash Tour. Good solid punch to the breadbasket. And now Hawk has him. Wild Bill fighting back. Flurry of punches to the midsection. And a knee to the face. Down goes Hawk. Wild Bill picks him up. Into the ropes. There's the boot. There's that cowboy boot. He planted him. Cover, middle of the ring. Leg wrapped up. 1, 2. Wild Bill makes it 2-0 against Hawk. What a win by Wild Bill Irwin. Fans stunned. He just pinned Road Warrior Hawk. Again, using that cowboy boot right to the face. Referee really needs to investigate. Force Wild Bill to remove that boot. And prove there's no hidden object inside. Hawk still trying to be revived here. Trying to be revived.
Here is your winner, Bill Irwin.
Impressive victory for Wild Bill Irwin as he defeats Road Warrior Hawk here this evening. Don't go anywhere, fans. More action still to come. Welcome back, wrestling fans. In the ring, the Italian Stallion and Jumpin' Joey Maggs. They are taking on the Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord.
Jones. And at a combined weight of 621 pounds, the Barbarian and Warlord, the Powers of Pain.
Should be a great tag team match here. Good to see the Powers of Pain back in action. It's been a few weeks since we've seen them. How will Joey Maggs and Italian Stallion pair together? First time they've teamed up here in World Championship Wrestling. They have similar styles. Barbarian starting things off against the Italian Stallion. Look at the strength of the Barbarian. Stallion, no small man. Gorilla pressed him up and slammed him down, and a good leaping elbow drop right across the throat. Now whips him into the corner. Tag made to the Awesome Warlord. This is a team that would love to get back in the title picture here in World Championship Wrestling. And right now they are manhandling Italian Stallion. Good fireman carry takeover. Stallion, not a pushover here, but Warlord just caught him coming in and slams him down. Has him up. Fall away slam. Look at the strength now of the Warlord. And now flexing for this Nashville crowd. Fans did not appreciate that maneuver on Italian Stallion, who is a beloved fan favorite. What a German suplex. Nearly threw the man out of the ring into the ropes. An elbow with authority across the throat. Hammerlock here by the Warlord. Good elbow. He caught him right in the mouth. And the Stallion now fighting back. Charging in. But Warlord moved out of the way. Throws him into the corner. Jumping Joey Maggs tags himself in. The Barbarian also tagged in. We've got all 4 men in the ring here. What do we got here? Down goes Joey Maggs. And Warlord with a boot to the face of the Italian Stallion. Barbarian. Jumping elbow drop. Tag made to the Warlord. A lot of quick tags here from the Powers of Pain. And now Warlord has Joey Maggs up. Reverse suplex. Maggs. Good arm drag by Jumping Joey. Basement DDT. He planted the Warlord. Stomps the arm. Now putting the boots to the Warlord. Joey Maggs fighting back. Reversal by the Warlord. Charging in. Running knee right to the chest. Might have caught him in the chin as well. Yanks him out of the corner. Solid kick to the jaw. Warlord now straddling Joey Maggs. Raining down. Right hands and a forearm blast right to the forehead. He's just mauling him. Picks him up. Again. Another fall-away slam. Sent Maggs soaring across the ring. Maggs trying to crawl over and make the tag. Italian Stallion leaning over that top rope. Just too far away. Joey Maggs just shoved down by the Warlord. Barbarian was trying to deliver a cheap shot from behind as well. Did not make contact. Double team coming up from the Powers of Pain. Barbarian leaps to the middle rope. Double axe handle right to the bicep. Has him up. Atomic drop. And the Barbarian picks up Maggs. Gorilla press this time on Maggs. They're just working over Joey Maggs here. Cutting off the ring. Double team again coming up. This time on Maggs. Double choke slam. Stallion once in there. Warlord whips him into the corner. Tag made to the Awesome Barbarian. Double team coming up. Assisted power slam. And Barbarian with a cover. Leg hooked. 1, 2, 3. Easy win tonight for the Powers of Pain as they knock off the team of Italian Stallion and Joey Maggs. Let's go back to the replay. The Stallion here picked up and slammed down. Here they've got Joey Maggs in the corner. Double team. And again, just slamming down Joey Maggs. Let's take a better look at this. Here we go. The Warlord picks him up. Whips him into the corner. Tags in the Barbarian. Warlord waiting. The assist. And a big power slam. Your winners, Barbarian and Warlord, the Powers of Pain.
Here are your winners, the Barbarian and Warlord, the Powers of Pain.
Don't touch that dial. More action still to come. In the ring, Randy Mulkey taking on Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Bill Scott calls for the bell. Wahoo. Good chop there by Wahoo McDaniel. Might be over already. Cover. Leg hooked. Easy kick out by Randy. Good takedown by Wahoo. Tomahawk chops to the head. McDaniel now measures him. Rolling knee drop right across the forehead. And now pulling on the arm. Trying to pull it out of the socket. Randy wringing the arm, trying to get feeling back in it. Good move there by Randy Mulkey and a good kick. Randy fighting back now. Has Wahoo down. On the mat. Stomps the arm. Good move there by Randy Mulkey. Looking for the upset. But Wahoo blocks that attempt. Good neck breaker there by Wahoo McDaniel. And that did nothing but infuriate the Native American. Rolling knee drop. Second one here from Wahoo McDaniel. Wahoo throws him into the corner. Solid punch to the midsection, and again. What a kick there by Randy. Randy fighting back. Again, the block. Wahoo fighting back. Choking him against the top rope here. Randy collapses to the mat. And Wahoo putting the boots to the knee. Drops the big elbow right across the chest. McDaniel, of course, in a feud with gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. The tomahawk chop right across the top of the head. He would love to do that to Jimmy. Great win here tonight by Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Let's take a look at the replay. There you see it measures him. Vicious chop. And there it is, the tomahawk chop. Wait a minute, there's Jimmy Garvin. Jimmy Garvin from behind takes down Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Now picking him up. Jimmy's got him. Swinging neck breaker. We've seen this before from Jimmy Garvin, the master of the sneak attack. He's got a steel chair. Come on, ref, get it away from him. He just plastered him with that steel chair. And now, no, in the corner. Wahoo defenseless. He's just walloping him with that steel chair to the backs of the legs. Bill Scott ordering him out of the ring, but Garvin refuses to go. He's going to DDT him on the chair. Don't let this happen. Someone help Wahoo. Wahoo fighting back. Wahoo fighting back. He's got Jimmy. He's got Jimmy. What a suplex here by Wahoo. He has just wrestled a match. But he has taken down Jimmy Garvin. Garvin trying to roll out of the way. And Garvin fleeing. Wahoo says bring it on. But Jimmy's running. We've got to take a timeout. Welcome back, wrestling fans. Chief Wahoo McDaniel chased Jimmy Garvin out of the building and into the night. Meanwhile, beautiful Bob Eaton taking on Robert Gibson.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Jim Corey Webb. And from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 233 pounds, one half of the tag team beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Jim Cornette has to feel thankful that he does not have to don the tights here tonight and lace up the boots and step inside the ring. We saw that last week. He nearly got his clock cleaned by Ricky Morton, if not for Stan Lane coming in to help out his manager. Of course, Lane was disqualified for refusing to leave the ring by the 5 count. Ricky Morton picking up the disqualification win last week.
His opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 234 pounds, Robert Gibson.
It has been a summertime feud between the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express here in World Championship Wrestling. And tonight, Robert Gibson squaring off against Bob Eaton in singles action. They will face off inside that steel cage in tag team action with the World Tag Team titles on the line in 2 weeks in Baltimore, Maryland. The But tonight, Robert Gibson looking to weaken beautiful Bobby Eaton 2 weeks before that big title match. Ricky Morton is not in the building. I don't believe Stan Lane is either. Russian leg sweep here by Gibson. Takes down beautiful Bobby. Swift kick to the back. Picks him up. What a solid punch to the breadbasket. Now to the jaw. Headlock takeover. Jim Cornette looking on with concern. Cornette only entered the ring when Stan Lane had Ricky Morton down last week. Good jawbreaker. Solid left there. Bobby Eaton shoving the referee. He better look out. He'll be disqualified. Into the ropes goes Robert Gibson. High elevation on that backdrop. And beautiful Bobby taking it to Robert Gibson. Fans, another match signed for the Great American Bash. It'll be a first blood match. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin taking on Chief Wahoo McDaniel. That'll take place in 2 weeks. Monkey flip here by Gibson. They will try to settle the score in that big first blood match. Gibson here with the cover. Leg hooked. 1, 2, and near fall. Gibson thought it was 3. Complains of a slow count. Bobby rolls out to the floor. He'll talk things over with Jim Cornette, it would appear. Here comes Gibson out. He's not going to give him the timeout. Here comes Robert. Bobby running back into the ring. Here comes Gibson from behind. And Gibson ready for him. Whips him into the corner. Charging in. Another monkey flip. Great execution by Robert. One half of the Rock and Roll Express. Raining down right hands on beautiful Bobby. One half of the World Tag Team Champions. Reversal by Eaton. Throws him up and over. Big right hand. He floored Gibson. Sent him sailing to the floor. You are watching World Championship Wrestling, the Major League of Professional Wrestling. This is part of the Great American Bash Tour. Hope you had a great 4th of July celebration last week. Right hands here by beautiful Bobby. Gibson might be counted out here. Eaton taking a long time getting back in the ring as well. They have until the count of 10 to get back in. Both men back in the ring at 7. Bobby. It's good side suplex. Perfect execution. Side headlock here by beautiful Bobby. He is a great wrestler, but so is Robert Gibson. Side headlock. Bobby breaks free. Robert stays on him. Spinning back elbow. Chinlock here by Gibson. Wrenching back. Beautiful Bobby in trouble. Good jawbreaker by beautiful Bobby. And a low drop kick that took down Gibson. Cover, leg hooked. 1. A 1 count only. A good kick out there by Robert Gibson. Bobby keeping the pedal to the metal. He is going for the figure 4, maybe the spinning toe hold. It's going to be the figure 4. He's got it locked in on Gibson. Gibson trying to turn it over. Can he do so? Trying to feed off the energy from the crowd, and he'll do so. And that forces Eaton to break the hold. Still to come, a double tag team main event here this evening. Gibson looking for the DDT. He planted Eaton. He planted beautiful Bobby with that DDT. Turns him over and his face is bloodied. Bobby's face bloodied. He's been busted open. Good kick out there by Eaton. Gibson throws him into the corner. Charging in. Went for the monkey flip one too many times. Bobby moved out of the way. Good snapmare. Knee to the back. And a knee right to the face. Bobby pouring it on. Shoulder claw applied. Dusty Rhodes and Lex Luger taking on Tully, Blanchard, and Barry Windham in a grudge match. Also our main event. Magnum, TA, and Sting taking on the Enforcer, Arn Anderson, and Nature Boy Ric Flair. Bobby has him. Backbreaker. He's going up top. Beautiful Bobby is going for that flying leg drop, the Alabama Jam. He landed it. He soared across the ring, middle of the ring. Cover, leg locked. Bobby just pinned Robert. What an impressive win by beautiful Bobby Eaton. A bloodied Bobby Eaton has pinned Robert Gibson here this evening. And Bobby has looked stellar in singles action. Overcame that DDT that busted open the forehead of beautiful Bobby. There you see it, that one-hand backbreaker, and then flies across the ring. Your winner, beautiful Bobby Eaton. If he applies that move on Gibson, 2 weeks from tonight, they'll retain the titles.
Here is your winner, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Don't go anywhere, fans. We'll be right back. Wait a minute, fans. We've got an altercation in the dressing room area. That's Sting! Nikita Koloff! That's Nikita Koloff, the U.S. champion! He just took out Sting! We've got to get back to the ring. Sting! Attacked by Nikita Koloff! What is Koloff thinking? I already know.
The following
He was obviously paid off by those men right there. By James J. Dillon, more specifically. He said that he put bounties on the heads of Sting, Luger, Dusty Rhodes, and Magnum TA, and Nikita cashing in tonight. Sting has a match later tonight. But he was just attacked viciously by the U.S. champion Nikita Koloff, looking to receive that $5,000 bounty if he can take out Sting before the Great American Bash. And our medical team tending to Sting right now. Koloff attacking the Stinger. Meanwhile, Tully, Blanchard, and Barry Windham set to do battle with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the total package, Lex Luger. Sting has been a thorn in the side of Arn Anderson for many weeks.
And their opponents. First, from Austin,
where's Lex Luger? Have they gotten to Luger too? Have the Horsemen taken out Luger?
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
What about Magnum? He's here in the building tonight. We need extra security for Magnum, TA, and Lex Luger. Let's hope that Luger's okay. Dusty's coming out by himself. Is this going to be a handicap match? Has Luger been taken out as well? Perhaps in the parking lot where no cameras are. Or somewhere out back. We are definitely worried about Sting and also possibly Luger. Dusty just said he's okay. He's coming out. He said he's coming, and here he comes. That is good news. The total package, Lex Luger making his way to the ring.
And his partner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 275 pounds, the total package, Lex Luger.
All four men are going to have to watch each other's backs until the Great American Bash, and Van Sting is being loaded onto an ambulance. That is not good news. He is set to be involved in the main event coming up next. The team with Magnum TA taking on Arn Anderson, the TV champion, and Nature Boy Ric Flair, the world champion. But Sting's not going to be able to wrestle here tonight. Tully Blanchard starting things off against Dusty Rhodes. The fans want to see this. Tully is going to tag in Windham. We're not going to get it, at least not yet. Barry Windham, Dusty locking up, collar and elbow tie-up. Good wrist lock there by Big Barry Windham. Reversal by the American Dream. Overhand wrist lock. Trying to drive Windham down. Reversal by the tall Texan. Side headlock here by Windham. Into an overhand wrist lock. Good exchange there. Hammer lock by Dusty Rhodes. Good chain wrestling here to start off this tag team match. He shoves Windham away. Big elbow. He blasted the American Dream. Windham has him up, spins him around. Good backbreaker there by Windham. And now Tully's tagged in. Dusty's down. Dusty springs to his feet, but Tully brings him right down. Yes, Sting is being taken to the hospital as I speak. Double underhook suplex. And he will be unable to wrestle here tonight. We might see a handicap match between Magnum TA and Anderson and Flair. That does not bode well for Magnum. That's what they want. They want to get Magnum in the ring alone and work him over and make sure he cannot make it to the Great American Bash in 2 weeks. Airplane spin. Good move there by Dusty. He'll tag in Lex Luger. Tully backing up. Tag made to Barry Windham. Windham wants in there. He wants Lex Luger in a bad way. He's got him up in a cradle suplex. Has he pinned? One! A 1 count only. Fans, these two men will collide at the Great American Bash. Lex Luger and Barry Windham. And I've just been told it'll be a Falls Count Anywhere match between Luger and Windham. Fans, also Dusty Rhodes will take on Tully Blanchard. Added stipulation, it's going to be a steel cage match. So a triple main event inside the steel cage. Blanchard against Rhodes. More reason to tune in 2 weeks to watch the Great American Bash. Good snapmare there by Luger. You won't want to miss it. You won't want to miss it next week either. Military press here by Luger. Slams him down. 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time next Saturday as we emanate from Cincinnati, Ohio. Luger cranking the neck. Luger has Windham down. Dusty urging him on. Tell him to twist his neck. Slams him down. J.J. Dillon, of course, in the corner of the Horseman. Drives the wrist against the mat. Shoulder claw by the package. Here comes Tully from behind. Tried to take out the leg from Luger, but Luger moved out of the way. Luger has Tully. Elbow. He is taking care of Blanchard. He is battling two men. Tully goes outside to the floor. Now just looking on. Here comes Tully again. Side suplex by Blanchard. Big right hand. He floored Dusty Rhodes. That is to be some triple main event. Blanchard against Rhodes. The Rock and Roll Express challenging for the World Tag Team titles against the Midnight Express. And then Magnum TA and Flair. All three matches inside that steel cage. I was about to say Luger is taking care of Windham, but Windham fighting back now. Both men collide. Floats over. DDT by Barry. Great execution. Fans, we will stay with you if we go past that 7:05 time slot tonight. We will bring you all the action that we promised. Texas Cloverleaf, can he get him over? Yes, he can. A lot of pressure, just tying those legs up like pretzels. Luger fighting back, kicks Windham away. And Barry's going to tag in Blanchard. And here comes Dusty Rhodes. Tully thinking twice about it here. He got clotheslined. I don't think Windham wanted in there. Windham didn't want in there. Into the corner. Charge again. Big splash in the corner by Rhodes. Tully wanted to tag in Windham, but Windham wanted no part of Dusty Rhodes. And neither does Tully Blanchard, it would appear. Shoulder claw here by the American Dream. Driving him down. Applying a lot of pressure. Slams him to the mat. Still to come, Magnum TA taking on Ric Flair and Anderson in what will be a handicap match unless Magnum can get a tag team partner. Perhaps one of these two men will help him. Dusty Rhodes or Lex Luger. But what shape will they be in after this grueling matchup? Elbow right to the knee. Blanchard now in charge. Breaking the eyes of the American Dream. Snapmare. In 2 weeks, Blanchard will have nobody to tag out. He'll be alone with Rhodes inside that steel cage. Tag made to Luger. Double team coming up. Barry's got the referee distracted. Good high elevation on the double backdrop. And Blanchard is down. Luger picks him up. Spins around. What a right hand. Spinning discus punch. And down goes Tully Blanchard. Camel clutch applied by Luger, but here comes Barry Windham in. He hit Luger in the back, forced him to break the hold, and now Windham from behind. Good back suplex. Barry Windham going after Rhodes, knocked him off the apron. And look out for Windham. Both legal men are down, Blanchard and Luger. And Dusty comes out to the floor. Barry Windham ready for him. A suplex on the floor. Meanwhile, Luger taking it to Tully Blanchard. Rhodes is down. Here comes Windham. Luger picks him up. Took his head off with that clothesline. And a cover. 1, 2. Windham just got there. We've got all 4 men in the ring. Chaos abounds. Dusty Rhodes goes out to the floor. Luger flexing for the crowd. Windham's down. Tully Blanchard dazed. And now Luger. Big right hand. Luger calling out to the crowd once again. He is measuring Blanchard. He might rack him right here. He might rack him. He's got him up. Human torture rack, and Windham's on the mat. Windham's down on the floor. He's got Tully in the human torture rack. Can Tully hold on? No, he can't. He gave up. And Luger and Rhodes win here tonight. Can Luger put Windham up in the human torture rack in 2 weeks? He just did it to Blanchard, but Windham a much bigger man. Impressive tag team win by Dusty Rhodes and Lex Luger here this evening over Barry Windham and Tully Blanchard. All set up by that running clothesline, and there you see it. If Luger can get Windham up in the rack in 2 weeks, one would think he would have to be triumphant. Let's get the official word.
Here are your winners, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the total package, Lex Luger.
There is something going on in the dressing room area. Let's try to get our cameras back there. I am seeing one half of the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Baron Von Raschke. He is running through the dressing room area. Let's see what's going on here. He is going after Eddie Gilbert, right up in the face of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. He did exchange here, but no punches thrown. Let's get back to the ring. Not sure what that was about. It is time for the main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by J.J. Dublin. And at a combined weight of 470 pounds, World, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson, Jay, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen.
Both champions of the Horsemen teaming together. Good to see Anderson has had his wounds treated. Remember, he has already wrestled a match, but this could be to their advantage. Sting is not in the building. He is in the hospital. He will not be able to team with Magnum TA tonight. This is probably going to be a handicap match unless Luger or Rhodes, and neither man's coming out with Magnum. What an ovation for Magnum TA.
First, from Virginia
Very
Beach,
heroic for him to come out and face down both men.
245 pounds,
But this might be a trap set up by the Horsemen.
TA.
If you missed it, Nikita Koloff attacking Sting, trying to cash in on that $5,000 bounty. He might have just done that if Sting is unable to compete at the Great American Bash. And Magnum says he has a partner. Magnum just said he has a partner. He told the referee, who is it? Who's coming out? Brad Armstrong! It's Brad Armstrong!
Georgia,
he took TV champion Arn Anderson to the time limit draw weeks ago.
Brad Armstrong.
Fans stunned. We're going to get a tag team match. It's Armstrong and Magnum taking on Flair and Anderson. Anderson can't believe it. His mouth just fell open. His jaw dropped. Brad Armstrong took Anderson to the time limit draw a few weeks ago. And he'll team with Magnum TA. I didn't know Armstrong was in the building. Tag made to Brad. He's going to face down Arn here. Right hand by Brad Armstrong. Armstrong has him up. Beautiful suplex. Remember, Anderson has already wrestled a match. A grueling time limit draw with a Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. Both men busted open during that contest. Anderson has had his wounds treated. Armstrong picks him up. Throws him into the corner. Spinning drop kick. And a cover by Armstrong. One count only. We're going to stay with you. We are past 7:05, I know, but we're going to bring you the conclusion of this main event tag team match. Elbows here by Magnum. Armstrong has the back of Magnum TA here this evening. Down goes Flair. Magnum let him have it. And now Magnum yelling at James J. Dillon. Good kick there by the TV champion. Right hand there by Double A. Throws him into the corner. Charge again. Magnum moved out of the way. Spins him around. Face first goes the Enforcer. And again, Magnum will bring in Flair with a hip toss. Magnum cleaning house. Here comes Brad Armstrong in. We've got all four men in the ring. Armstrong has Flair. Belly to back suplex. Actually, it was a side suplex. Magnum turns over the Enforcer. Single leg Boston Crab. Anderson kicks away. Good takedown there. Throws him into the corner. Tag made to Armstrong. Double team coming up. High cross body. Great move there by Brad Armstrong. Solid kick there. Don't forget, next week we'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio. Great maneuver there by Armstrong. Anderson in trouble. Turns him over. Sunset flip has him down. He's got him pinned. A one count only. Fans, we've got a U.S. title match coming to you next week. It's going to be Nikita Koloff, the Raging Bull, taking on the Raging Bull. That's what I'm trying to say. Into the ropes. Armstrong with a chop. Manny Fernandez impressed the championship committee in that TV title match. And he has earned a U.S. title shot next week. Armstrong spins him around. Sunset flip again. Has the Enforcer down. Cover here. 1, 2. Another near fall. We've got all four men in the ring. Magnum hip tosses the world champion in. And the TV champion being taken to school here by Brad Armstrong. Great maneuver. Referee needs to restore some order. It's pandemonium. Up and over goes Flair. And down to the floor. Magnum follows him out. Armstrong picks up the Enforcer. Snapmare. Measures him. Drives him down. Fans, just signed for next week. It'll be another handicap match. Ricky Morton taking on Jim Cornette and Beautiful Bobby. Good takedown there by Brad Armstrong. Tricks him over. Flair coming in. Too late. He's got him pinned. He's got him pinned. He just pinned the TV champion. Armstrong just pinned Anderson. And Armstrong and Magnum victorious here as we close out the program. Brad Armstrong just pinned the Enforcer. Good double team here. Our thoughts and prayers definitely with Sting as he recovers in the hospital. Hopefully we'll have more word on how he's doing next week. Join us again, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time next Saturday night. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Remember to like and subscribe if you've not done so. Definitely appreciate it.
Here are your winners, Magnum T.A. and Brad Armstrong.
Have a great night, have a great week, and I'll see you next Saturday night.